Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on Christmas in December. Y'all, we finally made it to Christmas Day, and as you know, this hop goes live every 25th of each month all year long, and it looks like we'll be back for 2024 to help us get those Christmas memories scrapbooked. I have mentioned in previous videos as I'm working through my Christmas photos that I am scrapbooking the year 2015 Christmas. And these are the photos that I chose of my husband. And he's opening up his stocking gifts. In our house, we do 3 gifts because Jesus only got 3 presents when he was born. He's a giver, not a receiver, of course. And so we've always had that rule, I guess, in our family. And, but then I also do fill stockings with smaller stuff and candy for the kids and husband to enjoy. And ladies, my husband usually fills my stocking himself. This year, I found something that I really wanted from MK Gunn's storefront. And when I was purchasing my sister's Christmas present from that store, I actually ordered 2 of everything. And so I know what is in my stocking, at least one of the things. He said he put something in there that I have no idea about, which is very much like him. So anyway, let's talk about this product that I'm going to be playing with. The very first thing I want to show you, this is a very old set of letter stickers from Basic Gray from their PB&J collection from 2011. I do have a couple sheets of their pattern paper left, but I have a lot of these letters, and to me they've always just looked like candy canes, and so they've been in my Christmas stuff because of that. So I thought I would create my title from that. And then I'm going to be working on Woodgrain in Winter also, which is still going on through the month of December and hosted by MK Gunn and Janet Fritz over at Galaxy Girl Creations. So I want to bring in these 2 sheets of Woodgrain. I got an entire pack of 8.5 by 11 Woodgrain at Hobby Lobby, I think at Fort Drum area, so it would have been in Watertown, New York. And it's nice, thick paper. It's not thin, as you can see. So I pulled 2 sheets from that pack. And then these are just old papers. Some of it's really old. These are from Farmhouse Paper Company. It's 2012. I pulled it in for the green side because it matches the green in my other papers. And then these other 4 sheets of paper are from the Paper Studio. And they're fairly nice weight as well. As you know from hearing me talking, I don't like thin pattern paper. And so I mostly got rid of all of my thin pattern paper because I just prefer the weight of something like this. And so that's what I've got as far as paper and alphabet letters. I also have a pile of PinkFresh Studio stuff on my desktop that I had pulled out for PinkFresh Friday. You can watch that video. It's already live on my channel. And I used a sketch from that video from one of my fellow master forgers over at Counterfeit Kit Club, Miss Christine from at Scrap and Harden on YouTube. And so I left these items out on my desk. Some of it is brand new, some of it is unopened. I think some of the things that I have 2 of are probably from a warehouse box. I won't be using the letters because I've already got letters for my title. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to play around with these papers and decide what I'm going to do with them. And when I come back, I will have the video sped up. Be right back. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build my background, and with these two 8.5 by 11 sheets of wood grain, I'm just going to I'm going to butt them up against one another in the middle of each side of my 12 by 12 layout, and that gives enough space for me to get the photos on there, and I'm still going to add in some more of that patterned paper, which is what I'm doing next. So I'm going to grab my tearing ruler, and I'm going to tear approximately 3 inches from each side of this piece of patterned paper. The rest of it will end up in my scrap pile, and I'll use it at a later date. FYI, coming in January, there's a Baby Got Scraps hop where a bunch of creators are getting together, and we're going to be using our scraps. So stay tuned for that, and maybe you'll see the leftovers from this layout in one of those layouts. We'll see. I don't have anything planned ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the torn edge from this piece overlap my wood grain, and I'm gonna do it again on the other side. You'll have to excuse me as I scooch things out of the way. Doing a 2-page layout on my small recording table is kind of a little bit of a dance, because I don't always make sure I have enough space to move about. Anyway, so now I'm going to take and tear, this is more like 4 inches on each side-ish. And so I'm just going to tear, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere the stripy piece down as well. Now it will actually come off the edges of each layout, so I'm going to untape or remove the washi tape where I had used it to tape my background together to make sure things were even. And so here I am just making sure I get I'm leaving enough space for you to see the torn edges, and I'm going to do this on both sides, and then I'll take my trimmer and I'll trim off the excess and just get that out of the way right away. I'm really liking how this is going together so far. It is, you know, just kind of the thing that I needed to get a 2-page layout complete. This first side, I actually have to trim off the side and a little bit off the top too, and that's one of the things that I like about this new Tim Holtz trimmer. A lot of the trimmers that I've been trying to purchase to replace my Fiskars trimmer don't cut slivers off as well as the Fiskars, and they also don't cut straight. My Fiskars trimmer does not cut straight, so that's why I've been looking at replacing it. It's starting to wear out as well. The tracks are starting to fall, to be not tight enough to keep a blade in. Anyway, so I bought this Fiskars trimmer, or this Tim Holtz trimmer, because I needed a new trimmer, and I really like that I can still cut off little tiny slivers with it, and it's very sharp. I'm very happy with this purchase. So taping my background back together, and then I'm going to pull out some stuff and I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to mat my photos. So not only did I go ahead and mat my photos, I did go ahead and glue them down to that background, and that way all I have left to do at this point is lay out the embellishments. So I pulled out quite a bit of things that I kind of wanted to play with, and I'm narrowing it down to the pieces that I think I'm going to use. I really wanted to use that black and white plaid piece with the circle and the sleigh in the center, because it brings out more of the black that is in my pattern papers. So I wanted to make sure I got that on there. And that Joy, Love, and Peace square is actually a cut apart from one of the PinkFresh Studios pattern papers. I probably did that last year when I was scrapbooking Christmas, and I just stuck it back into my Christmas stash to be used this year. I have like a little plastic zipper envelope from Freckled Fawn that I keep some opened embellishments in. So I have decided to title my layout Stuffed with Love. I've laid out the word stuffed using those basic gray striped sticker letters, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to bring in some of my tile letters from L Studio, and I'm going to use those to complete the rest of the title. But first, I wanted to finish getting this little embellishment cluster on the lower right hand side. I'm not really spending a whole lot of time embellishing this layout. It has a lot of color in the pattern paper, and I feel like if I put too many embellishments on here, it's just going to look busy, and I don't really want my layout to look busy because I want to keep the focus on my photos and my story. I decided about halfway through recording this video that I wanted to use my black tile letters for part of my title, and I have already stated that it's going to say stuffed with love. And so I'm using these L Studio tile letters to do the words with and love. You're going to notice that I don't have any L's, and I'm going to turn a 7 upside down, and I'm going to use that for an L. It is just going to have to work because there are no L's and I don't have another set of these letters. And what you see me doing here is I'm using foam tape to pop them up and also to line them up. This is a trick that I use quite often. It's not always perfect, but I like this. Like I said, it pops them up, gives some texture and depth to my layout, but also helps me keep these letters in line. You'll note I'm only putting 3 letters on, then cutting it off, and then adding the 4th letter, not on the actual roll of foam tape. And honestly, I don't think my 7 looks too bad as an L, so now I'm going to go ahead and start the process of gluing everything down. Most of it I'm going to do right here on camera for you, but then I'm going to shut the camera off to finish, I think. Oh, I shut the camera off to add fun foam to my sticker letters is what I'm going to do. But first I'm going to go ahead and add some little bits of foam that I have on my desktop from a previous project, and I'm just going to use those to get these things popped up, and I will be gluing bits and pieces down as I go. I also will be gluing down the puffy stickers that I put on my layout because for whatever reason PinkFresh Studios puffy stickers do not stick, and so you have to add liquid glue. I have some, they're not enamel dots that I just stuck on there. Those are some puffy dots from a baggie of Hip Kit Club Christmas embellishments. I've actually pulled them out and they've been on my desk and I've been just using them as I go. So now I'm working on that embellishment cluster on the lower right. I am gluing down one side of the puffy sticker because I popped one of those tags up with foam adhesive, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick a foam dot behind the other edge of that sticker. And then I'm going to add a couple of more of those puffy dots from that Hip Kit thing. There's some other enamel dots sitting there as well. Those are probably from Simple Stories, and they're just from another collection, another project, and I just leave them sitting there for to grab when I'm, working on a layout and decide I need something else. All right, got this 2-page Christmas layout completely finished. It's a simple layout, but I did get some embellishments on here and some journaling and the date. Got all 6 photos on here. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I love that I got some wood grain on here because I hoard wood grain. Gosh, well, who am I kidding? I hoard all the paper. I do try to use it though. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, I would absolutely love for you to click that button below. There's also a bell, and that will tell YouTube that you want to be notified when I put out new content. Make sure that you check out that description box below my video. This is a monthly hop that has been done all year round. I haven't done all of them because I found out about it, I don't know, March or April timeframe. I've done quite a few of them, but it is a great hop to get you to use up some of your Christmas stash and to get ahead on some of your Christmas scrapbooking and make sure you get the memories down into your albums. So make sure you check out that box below for the hop and leave everybody some love. You guys have a very Merry Christmas today. Bye.